Good morning, all of you. In the earlier lectures, we have studied about the Indian society, the features of Indian society. Then we have studied about the social stratification. What is the social stratification? The characteristics of social stratification. The today's topic, which we are going to deal with in this lecture, that is the type of social stratification. In which today we will deal the caste, the first type of the social stratification. Okay. Okay. Now we are moving ahead. So there are only two types of social stratification. As we know that the social stratification has been done on the worldwide basis, on the basis of the amount, on the basis of the rank, status, the post, position which we are holding in our society. But on the large scale basis, we will find that there are only two types on which the social stratification has been divided. The number one, the first type is the caste, and the another type is the class, on which the social stratification has been divided. If you will see the difference between the caste, that is the first type of the social stratification, and the class, that is the second type of social stratification. The first thing, the misconception which the Indians are having is what, that the people having up the people belongs to upper caste will be enjoying in the upper class. The people who are belonging to the middle class, in middle caste, or the caste which is in between the upper caste and the lower caste, he must be enjoying in the middle class, and the people who belongs to the lower caste, he must be enjoying the lower class. He must be the inferior. He must be inferior in the amount, inferiority in the post position. That is only the misconception, because in today's world, you will see that in the upper class there are different religious people. There are different people from the different caste background. Now in today's life, it doesn't matter of what caste you are or of what caste I am. If I am having the good position, good rank, good status in the society, I must be enjoying the upper class. I must be having a high standard of living. And the people who is not having the earning, either he is from the upper caste or from the backward caste, it doesn't matter, he must be enjoying the lower class. So we have to change this misconception. We have to change this thought that a person belonging to a upper caste must be enjoying in the upper class. A person from a person existing from the in between the upper class and middle class must be enjoying in the middle class, and the person who is having the lower caste will be enjoying the lower class. That is only the misconception. Anybody can enjoy the any class on the basis of the materialistic thing which we hold, on the basis of the meta amount which we hold, on the basis of the class, or on the basis of our job profession. We can hold any of these class. Okay, so we have to think from this point of view that we all are equal. Okay, now we will move towards the caste system. As we will move towards the caste system in India, we will see that there are different castes, and these different castes are belonging to the different occupation. In earlier times, as we will see that the caste were based on the occupation, but many scholars have proved it. They have made some reliable source facts, valid facts, that no, these caste has been created in just from our Vedas, not from their profession. That God has given them that you have to do this particular profession, you have to be involved in this particular specific job. So this is the caste. And as we will talk about the caste, we will see that there are basically we are having this structure of caste system in India. And the first slab, it means the superior one, that is the Brahman. The second superiority is that is of Kshatriya. The third one is of Vaisya, and the fourth one is of Shudra. Now we will move towards all these caste, like the Brahman. Generally, it has been told that in our society, Indian society, that Brahman were leading in the society. They were framing the rules, the structure, that which caste has to perform what, which caste has to be involved in which profession, what is their major activities in which they have to be there. Really, Brahmins are considered that they are just near to God. They are the mediator between the people and the god. They are communicating with the god. They are related with the religious activities. They are related with the worshipping activities, sacred things which they are delivering to the god, just like on behalf of all the rest of the caste. Okay, so they are the Brahman and they were holding the topmost position in our society on the basis of caste structure. The second one is the kshatriya. Kshatriya, who is generally involved in the fight, who is generally involved in the protection of their state, protection of their nation. They used to be in the politics, they used to be in the decision maker, they used to be the leader of the society, because all those things were held by this particular caste, that is the kshatriya. After Kshatriya, we will move towards the Vaisya. Vaisya are generally known as the traders. They generally involved in the business activities, from where they can earn money, they invest money again and again. They are involved in the different merchants. They were also known as the merchants or the traders. It means all those things which are available in the society being sold, being bought, is all these activities are controlled and handled by the Vash. Okay, so these are the third structure of caste system in our society. The fourth or the lower one, that is the Shudra. In under Shudra, we are having the three basic categories, which are the SC, ST, scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, and the untouchables. It is being framed by the different scholars, by different books, by different Vedas. We will see that we are having this four basic structure. And generally, the Shudra were considered as they will do all those works which are of the very lower quality, like the cleaning activity or all those activities which are being not done by the Brahmins, Kshatriya, Vas. All those activities will be done by the Shudra because they are in the lower structure in the caste system, so they have to be involved in the all the lower grade jobs. Okay, so in Indian society, if we are thinking from the marketing point of view, that is any marketing company targeting on these four basic caste structure, I will say no. The answer is no. Why? Because not a single company is based on this caste system, because India is, however, diversified, but out of this diversity, we show the unity. We show the unity in terms of our caste. We show the unity in terms of our religion. So we can say that it's not important that from which caste we are. But however, if we are moving towards any or we are trying to change any particular pattern of any particular caste, then only we have to change our trend. Like I'll take to example of Big Bazaar. In Big Bazaar, generally we Indians have the common choice that we go to shopping on the weekends, like on Saturday or Sunday. On Saturday, Sunday, you will see that in every mall there is so much crowded. There's a lot of footfalls were there. So Big Bazaar has thought that how to change this nature of shopping only on the weekends. Why not on the other days? Other days are also important, just like the Saturday and Sunday. So it has just made a campaign. What campaign was it? It was the campaign named Sabse Sasta Budhwar, cheapest Wednesday. Okay, this campaign was uh, moved by the Big Bazaar, and it has targeted its customer that if you are coming to our store on Wednesday, you will be getting all the items, all the materials at the cheapest rate. So, who has targeted it? It means somewhere the people who are from a different background, they were thinking that only Saturday or Sunday is the place for the shopping. For the Saturday, Sunday is the place for investing money, for doing our shopping pattern, consumption pattern. So they have started slowly, they have started changing it. That the as we know, Indian society is the patriarchal in nature, it means male dominating society, and on Wednesday, the male people are in their job, in their offices, in their shops. They were involved in some professional activities. So females are remaining stay. They are staying at home. So they are moving out on Wednesday to purchase the cheapest rate price product from the big bazaar, because again we know that Indian consumers are price sensitive. If we are getting something in very less price, we will just move towards, we will rush towards it. That still the top stock exists or not, I have to buy it first. So by keeping this point of mind, Big Bazaar has changed and it has successfully gained its campaign that सबसे सस्ता बुधवार. तो इसने भी क्या किया? It has just changed the basic parameters of different caste system. If he has focused on the caste system, its campaign has not been so successful. Okay, so these type of things the companies are trying to change our pattern on the basis of our caste. Like one more thing in our India, and if you are talking about our state, on Thursday we don't used to give and take money. We used to take money, but we don't want to give money. It is mainly, I'm saying this wording for this culture, this ritual for the business people. They used to take money, but they will not give money. Why? They will say that today's Thursday, on Thursday we don't give money. Again, one myth is there. So again, many companies have changed this myth. They are doing more transaction on the Thursday. They are saying that if you will pay via this particular third party like Google Pay, Bhim Pay, UPI, many more things are there from where we are getting the cashback. If you will make the payment on Thursday, you will get the more and more cashback. Again, all the myths were break that on Thursday we don't make payments. Now all the people are making payment only on the Thursday. That is what? That is again somewhere it's breaking the misconception, it's breaking the myths which we have formed on the basis of the caste in the Indian society. Okay, so these are the examples through which the companies are dealing with the structure of caste system in India. Okay, now we will see that how this caste system is significant in India. Now, this caste were subdivided into jatis. You will see in the slide that the varnas are then divided into specialized subcaste called jatis. Like these four castes were there: Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Now, these four structure of caste system has been divided into subcaste, which is termed as jati in India. Like in Brahman again there are different categories under the same caste. Like someone is Dubey, someone is using the title Pandey. There many more. In Kshatriya again, there are many more subcastes is there. In Vaishya again, there are many more. In Shudra again, there are many more. Now again the people has having the argument, they are having the statement that these subcastes were again based on the profession. Like if a person who is doing the work of goldsmith, he is making the ornaments, he must be from the Vaishya background. If a person who is making sweets, he must be from the Vaishya background. If a person who is generally on the basis of like sonar, like lohar, blacksmith, goldsmith, these are the things which are being based on our profession, and on the basis of that profession we have termed this as the subcaste system, which is termed as the varna. Okay, the varnas are then divided into specialized subcaste called jatis. Each jati is composed of a group deriving its livelihood primarily from a specific occupation. People are born into a certain caste and become members. Like the first people who was born in on this earth, he was of which caste? We don't know. He was of which varna? He was either from the Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra varna? No, we don't know that he was from the which varna. But however, after knowing our identification on this earth, after involving in the different activities, professional activities through which we are earning our livelihood, we are came to know about that if a person who is doing this particular profession, he will be known by this word. If a person who is doing this particular activity, he will be known by this word. If a person knows very well how to cook food, he will be from that particular community, he will be from the particular jati or the subcaste. In this way, Varna has been divided on the basis of the different subcaste, on the basis of the different profession from which we are earning our livelihood. livelihood. That's why we can say that the people having the different caste or the different jati or the different varna, it means it means they were having the different profession. They are involved in the different activities from which they are earning their livelihood. Okay. The last para which we will see that the caste become a lot less significant part of daily lives. Because why caste has become the very less significant in the day-to-day life? Again, the question arises here. Because if we are thinking from the decade ago or a century back, it means it we are having the much more importance. Oh, he belongs to the Brahman Varna. He belongs to the top class Varna, top class caste. He will be given the most position in the society. He will be promoted chair. He will enjoy the all the flexibilities of the societies, all the services of the society. But if a person belongs to a particular lower community, lower caste, lower class, then he must not be enjoying all the facilities available in the society. He is not being equally treated. There is the inequality. Okay, so if we are saying that there is the caste system, and on the basis of that caste system, we can say that it is not all about the caste, because if a people living in particular geographical area, like in the rural area, as I told you, first of all, his name will be asked. No, not his name will be asked. First of all, his caste will be asked. If you are going to, or if you are moving to any particular rural areas, villages. After that, his name will be asked. After that, his position, rank, society will be asked. But first thing is what we consider the caste. If we are in the geographical areas of the villages, as we are moving towards the urban areas, metro cities. Now, it doesn't matter from which caste you are. Now, if you are in the urban areas, if you are in the metro cities, the main thing which is being remarkable that you belong to which class, how many materialistic things you are having, how many cars you are having, what is your property, what is your bank balance, how you expose, what is your lifestyle. All these things matters in the urban areas. In the metro areas, nobody matters about the caste, subcaste, varna, of what varn you are, of what varn I am, of what caste I am, of what subcaste or the jati which I am having, of what profession I am having. Nobody asks, but they ask about the materialistic thing, that how much property I am holding, how much amount I am having, how much money I am having, what is the position, what is the prestige I am having in the society. So the caste is not of very significant in nature. The real significance of caste is, however, present in the urban areas at the time of marriages, at the time of performing any rituals, at the time of celebrating celebrations. We should know our caste, because at that time somebody asks of what caste you are. If there is a ceremony of marriage ceremony, if we have to perform the marriage ceremony, if we have to perform the death ceremony, if we have to perform the birth ceremony, these three ceremonies depended directly on their caste. However, in the today's era, in this modern era, at the time of marriages also, we are not considering about the caste. But however, there are families who ask about the caste, who ask about the varnas, who ask about the subcaste, jati, of which we belong. Okay, so I think that is enough for the caste system. You are now very well aware about the structure of caste system, varna, of what profession they are having, on the basis of how these professions, the caste were divided, how this get arised. Okay, that's all for this lecture. I am just stopping today here.